All right, well, let's talk some college football. We know Colorado, they choked. It was a big game.
Yeah, they did. They had an opportunity.
They had an opportunity. Like,
statement.
really, everybody was like, oh, wow, Colorado's going to get there in the college football playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
All they got to do is beat this, who'd they play?
Kansas.
Kansas, and they were, what, 4 and – they had a losing record, but they had a losing record.
They did. And they all of a sudden, Kansas had the nerve to think they were good. Yeah, they were 4 and 6 at the time.
Right.
Now 5 and 6, yeah.
Right. But they've won a couple of big games.
I don't know who they think
despite
they
their
are.
record is.
Beat
But anyway,
BYU the week before, then beat Colorado.
Right,
yeah.
right. And BYU and Colorado were in the
Ranked.
lead, but they were in the lead for the conference. But anyway, so the big thing is Deion Sanders talked about, of course, his son, Shedeur, and Hunter.
Travis Hunter. Mm-hmm.
Travis Hunter, about them not people were asking whether or not they're going to play in the bowl game, right? If they're not in the college football playoff, they'll just have a regular bowl game. And Deion was asked, would they play in it if it's a meaningless game?
All Buffs Nation has loved the ride, especially with this great season with Shedeur and Travis. But with the Big 12 title game in doubt, will this be the last time fans see them in the Buffs uniform?
No, we got a bowl game. I'm pretty sure we secured that weeks ago for Peggy. So, no, it's not the last time you're going to see them in a Buff uniform. We're going to fight and try to go out there and kick some butt and end this thing on the right note. And we're going to go to a bowl game and end this thing on the right note because our fans deserve the absolute best.
Sorry, I'm not with it. I'm not with top picks, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to be first-round picks, right?
Without
Rob G. Are they top 10?
Oh, they're both top 10, yeah.
Top
yeah.
10, okay?
They mess around and go like
you're going to go to some
1 and 2
meaningless bowl game and get jacked or hurt. We've seen it happen. Players who play in meaningless bowl games. Who was it? Jake Butts with Michigan?
Yeah.
Right?
Did he break a leg or something?
He got hurt, right? Like, it's not like
Yeah, Jalen Smith. Oh, yeah. Jalen Smith, right? Notre Dame.
There's a number of guys where this has happened to. And I get it. If they were playing in the college football playoff,
trying to get to a national championship.
Of course you're going to play. Yeah, that's what you play for. But everybody makes so if you win 6 games, you get bowl eligible. You know, like, really? You're going to put their careers in jeopardy to play in a meaningless game. That's what it is. And let the other kids play. Aren't there other kids there who haven't probably played all year? Let them play.
No.
No, let them play.
Settle down. You can't just be like, it's
put
Timmy in. Go, no. Little Timmy who ain't played all season. Put him in.
Let him play.
No.
I think this is a mistake. I don't think these kids, they have their futures. They don't owe anybody anything else for a meaningless game that you're not winning. Now, if you told me that they're not playing in a college football playoff because they don't want to get hurt or they're going to be top 10 picks, I got a problem with that. Mm-hmm. Not this, not at all.
So here's where you're right. Here's where you're wrong. You are right in theory, right? You're a top player, top pick. You're going to some Enterprise Bowl or something that doesn't really mean anything. I get it. I hear you. Go ahead, young man. Go get paid. Do your thing. Here's where you're wrong. You're wrong specifically in this instance with the Colorado Buffaloes because Deion Sanders has preached more than just football. And if you're a Shedeur, you literally have heard this your whole life, not just your college football life, your whole entire life about principle, about integrity, about family, about unity, about something more than just simply you, money, and fame. And he has been preaching that his entire career, his whole life to Shedeur, and I'd imagine Travis Hunter, who he's had with him now for years and years and years and who looks at like a son. There is something to Rob Parker as well. I do think we forget. Sometimes you actually do want to finish a thing. And I think this needs to be optional. Like, I hear what you're saying, which is why I said you're right. If that's what a kid wants to do. But I don't think a kid should be looked at as lunacy or crazy if they want to finish something. I've been sitting here preaching, every man next to you, left or your right, it's us, it's us, it's us. And then all of a sudden, oh, wait, no, it's not because you might go do this and you might go do that. And if a kid chooses to say, hey, man, I want to finish this thing with my brothers, finish this thing with the guys I came with, we've all put in the same blood, sweat, and tears, sacrifice from family, from this, from girlfriends, from that, and we've built this thing up. Man, Colorado was trizash a couple of years ago, and now they've been the talk of the town, if you will, for the last couple of years. You've seen the program build up. This is your last experience in college football, period, where now the expectations change because you're making millions and millions and you're this and you're that in the NFL. I'm not mad if the young guys want to do that. And the last point, Travis Hunter is so good. Shedeur Sanders is so good. They can go out there and break a leg and still get drafted. Travis, let me tell you something. Travis Hunter could literally, God forbid, could get hurt. I'll just put it that way. He will still be a top 10 pick. He's that good. And when you got that in the back of your bag, in your back pocket too, then I understand why you'd be like, no, I want to finish thing, playing with my boys, finish this thing. Not to mention I'm still going to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, I disagree. In a meaningless game, if you're playing for something, I get it. It's a meaningless nothing. It's a nothing burger. You get nothing for it. All you do is waste your time and put yourself in harm's way. Every single play could be career-ending. You get a career-ending injury. So there's no reason to put yourself in the way of snaps that don't matter. Games that matter, if you told me you didn't want to play week 2 or week 3 because they hit hard on that team, then I don't want you on my team. But at the end of the year, when you've had a disappointing year, if this was for something else, for all the marbles or a chance at all the marbles, then obviously no one's going to turn that down. That's why you play.
But that's the difference, Rob.
But you also have to think and be logical. What do you gain from this? You don't gain anything. All you do is put at risk the chance that something really bad can happen. And all I would do, if I was an agent or somebody to talk to, I would put a video together of all these players who played in these meaningless games and wound up getting hurt. Because it happens more than you think. It's not like it never happens or nobody ever gets hurt. No, it happens. So there's no reason to do it.
But here's the thing. You just said a meaningless season. Dude, they're 8-3. They won, what, 4 or 5 games last year? They won like 2 or 1 game the year before?
They're 0-1 because the only game they needed to win, they lost.
But that's what you say.
No, that's what it is.
No, it's not for them. If I came to somewhere and we got better and I've seen that we've improved and we went from 4 or 5 games. But you're going to a
meaningless game that doesn't really
I hear what you're saying. That's meaningless to you.
You get a trophy for that?
I get my own sense of pride, and odds are I'll be fine.
And nobody will cry for you when you break your leg.
And that's the risk he's choosing to take. That's why I said I get what you're saying. And if you're Andrew Luck or something, you're like, nah, what I'm doing, man, I'm going straight to the NFL. I'm number 1 pick. Caleb Williams didn't play.
Of course he shouldn't play.
I get it.
USC wasn't playing for anything.
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm also not mad if a kid wants to complete the thing. That doesn't bother me. I sincerely mean, if a kid wants to complete the thing for him personally.
Complete what? What's the completion?
Complete a season with the same guys I came in with, swore up and down we're going to be here for each other, swore up and down we're going to fight through this thing, we want to improve, get better, not only on the field, but off the field and grow. And they built this thing. And again, keep in mind, specifically
if that was
these
my
2
team,
players.
I'm like, yo, I get it. You're a top 10 pick in the NFL. Dude, don't come out here. Why would you come out? That's a friend who's looking out for you, who understands your circumstance. You ain't maybe I'm going to get to the league. You're a top 10 pick.
And you're going to be a top 10 pick again. Travis Hunter could literally go out there and get hurt and be a top 10 pick.
There are career-ending injuries that could happen. I understand the chances of that happening probably aren't, but there is a risk. Okay, because people get paralyzed, people get concussions, all kinds of stuff that can affect you. Is all I'm saying.
No, I hear you.
Why put yourself out there if you don't have to?
And that's not crazy what you're saying, but I don't think it's crazy for a kid who wants to finish. Dude, I came to college loving football since I was 5 or 6. This is my last
love
go
it in
at
the
it.
NFL.
And I'm going to the
NFL.
NFL. Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders will be top 10 picks regardless of anything that happens.
You can't say that. You can't say regardless. You really can't. I know what you're saying, and the chances of it being something serious.
Low, but that's the chance I'm willing to make because they could have got hurt against Kansas.
No, but you got to play that game.
But then why can't I want to finish the season? Again, I get what you're saying.
You're not in the college football
anymore. But what I'm saying is, okay, they went to college. Hear me, last point. They went to Colorado. They didn't go to Alabama. We're like, literally, that's what we play for. Florida State or Michigan or Ohio State. They were at Jackson State to prove a point that young, talented kids, black kids, can go to historically black colleges. They go to Colorado to build up a program with Deion Sanders. They didn't go to Alabama where they could have, or USC, or these schools where, hey, national championships are really on the radar. They have improved Colorado drastically, and they want to finish the job. I'm not mad at them. We're talking about should Deion, for those who don't know, Deion Sanders, he basically said his guy, Travis Hunter, and his son, Shedeur Sanders, are going to play. They have a mission. They have a thing to complete the season in a bowl game. Rob says, heck no, go to the pro, get your money. And I say I completely can understand why they would want to finish what they started. What you got?
Nick in Denver, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What you got, Nick?
What's up, Nick?
So being pretty close to the community as it's happening, I completely understand it. I think it's almost understandable from the sense of even though Deion would be the most understanding person of them not playing, I think in the same sense they've made that decision both with him and for him because right now there's a lot in the community as far as his actual reputation around town, and I think they want to keep that at a high level because
how
he's
is
done
that?
so
How
well.
would that be a demerit if his kids don't play in their top 10 picks in the NFL?
Because
they've done it. They've done it.
Like you said, though, this is Colorado. We're not talking about a place where you go and every year you're going, we're going to make it to the playoff. We got the championship on the horizon. This is a team and a school that getting to a bowl has been an issue. That bowl means a lot, not just to the team. Like he said, they've built it. They've done this together as brothers, but the community around it. I mean, this organization.
So
turned around.
you wouldn't understand that a top 10 pick doesn't want the chance of having an injury.
No, more than that. I would understand it. I would say I would understand both sides. But to that effect, I understand the obligation they feel to Deion and the community because this is the biggest college football has been in the state of Colorado. I mean, name a school. This is the biggest it's been in 20 years.
All right. Appreciate the call. Yeah, I get what Nick's saying. I mean, that's
I think it's crazy. Alice in Pittsburgh, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio.
Hi.
What's up, Alice?
Hey, how are you? I wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, guys.
You too.
Thank you, Alice. Same to you.
But I want to say, I'm a Notre Dame fan, too. I have mixed feelings about playing in bowl games and playing, that he said playing, through the end of the season. Jalen Smith a few years ago tore his ACL and MCL in a bowl game with Ohio State.
Right.
And, it hurt his draft stock. It probably hurt his career a lot. But he said he would do it all over again.
Well, he said most people will say that because, it didn't work out and they don't want to, they admit that they made a mistake. But, Alice, it just didn't make any sense. It just doesn't.
It didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think it does. And, I think a lot of it, like this last caller, it's all about Colorado and it's all about, their team and what they're feeling because they haven't been in the playoffs for a long time. They're not thinking about the players.
Right.
And, they do run the risk of having a really bad injury and ruining their careers. Potential careers.
Yeah, and it just does to me.
When did this start though, Rob? You've been covering sports since 1980, whatever.
Thank you, Alice.
And you never thought or cared about this. It was like never. All of a sudden now, bowl games were just such a part of what you did. Now it's like, I don't have to play in a bowl game.
They're meaningless. That's why.
But I'm saying they've always been bowl games.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like
but they were bigger back then. Nobody did not play in the Sugar Bowl or now there's the Levi's, the Ross Dress for Less Bowl.
Man,
you know what I mean?
You are the ambassador of the Ross Dress for Less Bowl. They are bringing you out. And before the tip-off, or kickoff, here's our president, Rob Parker.
We're not talking about the Cotton Bowl or the Sugar Bowl. Nobody's going to miss those. But now there are a lot of meaningless bowl games.
But I'm saying there have always been meaningless bowl games. There were. They literally been playing the most We actually, there's jokes about the
we've seen
bowls
top
we get.
picks get hurt, and that's what stopped people.
K-Dot, fun fact,
playing.
Rob Parker actually had his own Dress for Less here one time at the studio.
I remember that. I was still doing weekends. Yeah, and I remember that.
We got a big sale coming up.
Really?
Yeah, coming up.
I know you keep making me buy stuff too. Hey, look at this.
Hey,
I got 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Wow,
that's
you
a
see
sale,
clothes
2
that
for
say
1.
was 75.
But you got new stuff.
Yeah, I do have new stuff. Yeah,
well,
selling me stuff.
I'm going to pull the curtain back like the Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Rob Parker, when we knew you were going to take over for Chris, we knew Chris was leaving, but it was a secret. We couldn't tell anybody. Rob would come in the studio. We're about to have a big summer blowout. All the Odd Couple stuff got to go. I'm just gonna market it as a big sale. They don't know why it's a sale though.
Right,
hey, Rob G, somebody's about to get one of those for $6.99. You missed the topic yesterday, Rob G. I brought that up on TV, by the way. And to be fair, most of the crew was with you.
Right. Rob
Most
G.
of them-
It's like a Lonzo Ball Laker jersey. Like, just you gotta have it. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
He's
real
balling,
quick.
by the way.
He is.
Andrew.
I mean, Lamar. I mean, LaMelo's balling, I should say.
Hey,
Andrew-
Lonzo's playing. That counts as balling.
That's
Yes.
a good point.
Andrew in Bakersfield, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
What's up, guys? Okay, Rob, you said there was no reason for him to play in the bowl game, but there are more important things in life, as you know, than money.
I don't know if he knows that. I keep trying to tell him that.
No,
Andrew, I don't know.
My health in a sport where you could get hurt on any single play, this is not like baseball or basketball where the chances of you being hurt or injured like that are way smaller. And you know this on every snap of the ball, there's a chance somebody could be seriously hurt in football.
Okay, but players used to play 3 years and consider going back for the fourth year rather than going to the NFL. Tim Tebow did it, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you appreciate it? Why would you have a problem for a guy who went to college, is going to be a top pick in the NFL draft, and decides that he just wants to go and earn a living? That's what you go to college for, right? You got a problem with that? What's the problem? That somebody
Because-
wants to leave to go earn a living for their family early. Why would you have an
Because-
issue with that?
Because there used to be a heritage to college
We don't care
football.
about what it used to be. That what doesn't make any sense. They used to make freshmen not play. Kareem
Yeah,
Abdul-Jabbar didn't play. For what reason? You couldn't even give anybody a reason.
That was
Okay,
stupid, bro.
But
Andrew,
the NCAA, huh?
Andrew, no, I got you, brother. I get what you're saying.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
the
for the
call.
call. He's making the same point I was making, that everybody, I'm gonna get to the bag, and not to mention these kids. You know how much money Shedeur Sanders been making the last 2-3 years of his life?
It doesn't
We're
matter.
making with NILs.
It doesn't
You know how much
matter.
making Travis Hunter been making? My point
it
is,
doesn't matter. Your goal is to get to the NFL.
And they're going!
As soon as they tell you you're going to be a top 10 pick, I'm good. I'm good.
so what if you? So Travis
I'm
Hunter,
good.
by the way, knew that before the season even started. Why did he even play
If
then?
he didn't want to play, he could have not played. He could have not played.
But I'm saying, and that's my point. If
I
he
just
wants
don't
to-
understand playing. It would be like, hey, we're having a charity football game out back to raise money for the neighborhood. Can you come out and play?
Do they got a chance to win
can
what,
you come
10
out and
games?
play? Would you play in that for the community? Would you come out? Why not?
I can't let the community. Yeah, I would play for the
No,
community.
you would not.
I play for the community all the time. Love the community. Got a chance to win 10 games,
Stop
right?
it.
That's huge for them, and they want to finish what they started. I ain't mad at that.
Crazy.